Dastardly Duos kicks off this week. We have a bunch of 11.1.7 news to get into and a few other things. So let's go ahead and jump straight in. Dastardly Duos begins, yes, this week, as I was mentioning. This is kind of like seasonal content, kind of like a Mythic Plus season or a Gladiator, PvP season, because there's going to be a ranking system involved here. So this thing is kicking off worldwide as soon as servers go up, basically in your general region. So for Eastern Time Zone, where I live here, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, these things will kick off. You'll be able to get in, fight against, some of these old bosses, gain power-ups, strive for higher and higher scores, and, party up and do a bunch of other things. So there you go, some interesting content. There's not really any gear to be had from this thing. It's mostly transmogs, mounts, and other things. And it's really a bragging system in terms of the ranking to see who can get the highest up on those ranking charts, kind of like a Gladiator season, as I said earlier. Oh, watching the news? No, you're watching me talk about something real important here. I'm a man of the people. People know me by that term. How do I hold the energy that I do every day to help the people out? It's G Fuel, guys. Right now, I'm drinking Gohan's Blackberry Tea. Fantastic flavors, good stuff, zero sugar, full of energy, a good way to game and to play at your highest level the way I do every day. You can use code Samiccus at checkout to get your favorite G Fuel up to 30% off. Try it now. Besides that, Nemesis shards are now account bound worldwide. You can use them on any of your alts. Here's the good thing. The Nemesis shards, you needed one from each of Orgrimmar and Stormwind, those two horrific vision runs, to be able to get the Faceless Mask of the Nemesis, which means if you had done the previous week on one of your tunes, you had to also use that same tune to get the second Nemesis shard this week. Well, that's no longer the case. These are now account bound, warband bound, so you'll be able to do this on any character at any time, whenever you want. Get the two Nemesis shards and get yourself the Faceless Mask of the Nemesis. 11.1.7, I mentioned there's a lot of news with this thing. 11.1.7 splash screen is now live. That's right, it's a wonderful thing, and yeah, they put the one button to sit. They don't give a shit. Look, Blizzard don't give no shits anymore about pitchforks being out or anything, because this thing was so damn controversial. And Blizzard said, oh, really? A lot of you guys don't like this? Bitch, I'm putting it on the splash screen. Now you got to deal with it. So yeah, the one button combat assistant. Get assistance with your combat rotation by enabling this feature in your settings menu. We're also getting lore walking. Speak to Lore Walker Cho in the capital city for a renewed questing experience through iconic lore moments. Yes, playing as Arthas Menethil and figuring out who Xal'atath was before she became Xal'atath, the one that we know today. So really cool stuff there with the lore walking stuff. And then delves. Yes, we got the overcharged delves coming. Don't forget, this is going to give us a best in slot disc belt, as it's known. It's going to give us some interesting power-ups and stuff like that. So everybody will be doing delves, not just Greg from accounting. Everybody will be jumping in and doing delves when this thing goes live. Power up your Titan machinery to explore new depths and face new challenges. So there you go. Exciting stuff coming for 11.1.7, right? Besides that, I talked about this a little bit, that disc belt, the Durable Information Security Container Belt. This will be the best in slot belt for every single person in the game. Powers are now unlocked across players' warband when obtained, so I guess it wasn't warband bound. Now it's going to be warband bound, so that's good for that. They fixed a bug that greatly improves performance of overcharged delves, especially on low-end computers. Interesting. So people playing on potatoes, I guess we're going to have a problem with this, and now they won't. So there you go. And then numerous other bug fixes. So a couple patch notes there with overcharged delves. And remember, these are going to be the way to power up your belts and everything. They're going to be showing up on your map with an electrical, little animation on the delve. So that'll be a cool thing to do and a cool way to level up even further in your delves. Since you're a man of the people, I'm sure you were the inspiration for them to make the one-button rotation. Thank you. I think Blizzard watches my streams as well, Dex. Wins a Mysterious Fortune. If you enjoyed this event, 20% experience boosts and all the other stuff that came with it, the boost to your reputation and all that. It looks like it's actually coming back. So the Wins of Mysterious Fortune event has been data mined, is potentially coming back in 11.1.7. So it was a really cool way to level up your alts, people to catch up on reputations and other things. If you enjoyed this event, it looks like it could be making a comeback in the coming patch. Besides that, we're going to look at some Mythic Plus numbers here real quick. What's the current meta and everything else? The big thing here to note is that it looks like the Turbo Boost event did give a little boost to the game, but we're kind of returning to normalization here. So week 11, the Turbo Boost event went live, and it brought a bunch of people back into Mythic Plus. So that event, I guess, did what it was supposed to do. It really did bring people back into the game. Currently, as we've been seeing before, we got plus 10s and plus 12s being the most highly run keys in the game right now. And it's pretty evenly split across all the dungeons. Again, this season, evenly split. Well done, Blizzard, on balancing out the dungeons, not creating one that's too much more easier than the other. And overall, the completion rates are looking pretty good on these things. So overall, a good season. But one thing that's a bit odd this season is the meta. The meta is popping off in a way that we haven't seen in quite a while. First off, let's just look at the most played classes in the game right now. And no surprise here, yeah, Retribution Paladin. People just love to play it. People love playing Ret Pallies. It's always been a thing. It'll continue to be a thing. I don't know if it's the lore, if it's just the fun of the rotation, or people just love playing with the light. But here we go. Retribution Paladin's number 1. Vengeance Demon Hunter, part of the meta. They are 2 here, Discipline Priest 3, Resto Shaman, Arcane Mage, and so on and so forth. You can go ahead and read all these titles. The lowest played class in the game right now, subbing the titties with Sub Titty Rogue. That's right, Sub Titty sitting at the bottom there. They're having a hard time right now in the game. Augmentation Evoker not far behind, and then Affliction Warlock, Fire Mage, Survival Hunter, Preservation Evoker. Overall, Devastation Evoker is the most played Evoker class. They are the newest one to be added to the game still, so you expect them to be played a little bit less. But overall, the numbers, they're not that crazy here. What is crazy is the meta numbers. What we're going to have to understand here is that the most popular classes are still the same. It's been the same throughout this entire season, and what's happening is it's gaining more popularity. So you can see here, I mean, we got about 27% of the runs being run with the same combo of classes. That's pretty crazy here. Looking at these numbers, again, we know what the meta is right now. It's been the same. We got Vengeance Demon Hunter, Discipline Priest, Unholy Death Knight. We got the Boomkins and then Arcane Mage, right? So Balanced Druid, Arcane Mage. That is the meta. Right now, of course, slipping into the meta just beneath them at about a 9% clip, 9.5%. We see Retribution Paladins entering the realm of possibility here for meta, and that's really because they're just played so damn much. We looked at it earlier. I mean, yeah, they are the most played class in the game. So, of course, they're going to find their way up here eventually. Looking at the rest of this, it breaks down pretty simply. Really, nothing else happens. When it comes to tanking Vengeance Demon Hunter, I mean, my God, it's just across the board. You can see it here. I'll move this over just a little bit. I mean, Blood DK makes an entrance down here at the bottom. And then we got, what's it called? Protection Paladin sitting there as well. But otherwise, I mean, if you're not running with Vengeance, you're not running it correctly, I guess. For healing, it's mostly Discipline Priest, a little bit of Resto Shaman popping in there. We see some, Arcane Mage we see as part of the meta. We see some Hunter classes also showing up here. Looks like Marksmanship, a little bit of Warlock, a little bit of Elemental Shaman. So a few other classes mixed in. But really, the meta starts to kick in pretty hardcore as you get higher up the ranks here. And sitting here at 27% of runs, that is substantial. That is substantial. The article here makes a comment about it, saying, last week's Through the Roof comment for dominating composition was not correct, as Vengeance, Dis, Unholy, Balance, and Arcane moved way past the roof and are building a couple more floors. The group has gained another 1.5% of the total pie, being the second most composition only being at 10%, and the rest falling below 5%. So there you go. Again, it is a meta of metas. A ton of people running this combination right now. Other than that, there's not much else to talk about. That is all in terms of news.